Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. BRICS expert says largest U.S. crash has started and that the dollar is in danger. Guys, it's coming from BRICS News here on Twitter. Amid the BRICS' efforts to lessen international reliance on the Western currency, one financial expert has warned that the great U.S. market crash has already begun and the dollar is in trouble. Indeed, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki has discussed the concerning reality for the incoming U.S. economy. So he is suggesting we haven't really seen a confirmed, stock market collapse. We are kind of topping right now. This is the Russell 2000. And as you guys can see, we're getting very, very close to that. I talked a little bit about this in this morning's video, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys are interested. So we are getting up to, we're trying to get up past our most recent highs. The S&P 500 is looking similar, looking very double toppy at the moment, which, again, got to get up above this level to formally confirm more bullish momentum. And of course, there is Bitcoin just kind of following along right now. We're not seeing too much in terms of price movement. Bitcoin is, at the time of this recording, trading in and around 56,600 per coin. Actually, it's a little bit higher than that right now. But basically, guys, what he is saying is that this is going to displace the US dollar. He is saying the market is already starting to crumble. The last 2 years have been vital for the BRICS bloc. Not only has it continued to embrace its global economic standing, but it has nearly doubled its membership count in the last year. And I talked a little bit about this in yesterday afternoon's video too, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner. Since 2022, guys, the group has embraced de-dollarization efforts, driven by currency weaponization that took place in the form of Russian sanctions. The bloc has sought to become more independent on its finances, and this fact has only hindered the United States dollar. The Atlantic Council Dollar Dominance Meter notes the share of global reserves held in greenback has fallen 14% since 2001. So we are slowly seeing the US dollar decline. And this is in part because of new cryptocurrency technology, DLT, possibly why the U.S. government has been keeping companies like Ripple down in court, perhaps why we witnessed the SEC lawsuit against Ripple and XRP. But again, this is just speculation. It all kind of falls into a broader picture of crypto adoption, something that, of course, the powerful elites want to control. And so how do they do this? They're trying to think of ways to maintain control of the financial system without giving up power, giving up too much power. And so I'm seeing it now in terms of, stablecoin regulation and how they're looking to create frameworks surrounding that to maintain power. Anyway, it's a complex issue that, I delve into in part in my videos every single day. Nevertheless, Robert Kiyosaki is saying markets are starting to crumble, and this is going to be to the BRICS nations' benefit. Now, BRICS has confirmed 159 participants will adopt a new payment system. This is another one coming from BRICS News here. Did you see this? So after recent rumblings surfaced on how many nations would embrace the impending BRICS pay system, the bloc has confirmed 159 participants and that they're set to adopt a new payment system. Indeed, the Economic Alliance system is poised to hit the ground running when it finally launches. Now, all eyes are going to be on when the launch does take place. So that is, especially for the Western world, it's going to be very important to see how this is going to roll out. Many have surmised that it would be announced in the highly anticipated 2024 summit. Moreover, it would be set to go live in what would be a groundbreaking unveiling. If that were to happen, the bloc has already noted that there is a long line of entities ready to embrace it. So probably not just confirmed BRICS nations, but a lot of the trading partners too of BRICS countries. Earlier this year, the BRICS bloc announced the creation of a blockchain-based payment platform. It would be set to redefine the collective's global economic standing. Moreover, it would compete with some of the largest payment systems worldwide, and that includes the Western-dominated SWIFT system. So whether they use DLT technology, whether they use XRP, we know a lot of these nations have already been confirmed, have already been trialing XRP, and confirmed a lot of their central banks are already partnered with Ripple. So what does this mean for the long term? Even if XRP is not used in every single one of these transactions, guys, it is interoperable to take, slice of the pie of the transactions of the trade. I mean, the trillions of dollars of trade that is going to be going through the BRICS nations, and that number is just growing. So it will be very, very interesting to see how this all does shape up. One more thing down here: the payment system is crucial to the bloc's ongoing de-dollarization efforts. It will provide participating countries with an avenue to trade local currencies. So, this is what every single country wants. They want their local current. They want to be able to use their local currency. But, of course, if Zimbabwe wants to do business with, I don't know, the UAE, well, then, Zimbabwe will probably want to use its own currency, and the UAE will probably want to use its own currency. And those two countries don't necessarily want to hold each other's currencies. So what better way to solve for that problem than to use something like RippleNet, leveraging XRP as that intermediary? So that's just one example, guys. Interesting things are coming down the pipe for sure. Crypto Eddie here posting this. My guess, 95% of Bitcoin maxis don't even know that Zodiac Custody is a global custodian for digital assets that is backed by Standard Chartered. So this just came out just in $800 billion. Standard Chartered Bank has launched Bitcoin and crypto custody in the UAE. Standard Chartered does have a Ripple connection, along with, as Crypto Eddie did mention here, SBI Holdings. So those are two companies that are connected to this. Standard Chartered has officially launched its digital asset custody service in the UAE, according to an announcement from the bank. The service has been licensed by the Dubai Financial Services Authority. We know about a month ago or 2 months ago now, we did get another Ripple announcement regarding the DFSA. So this is within the Dubai International Financial Center, following a memorandum of understanding signed in May of 2023. The launch of our digital asset custody offering represents a pivotal moment, not just for Standard Chartered, but for the financial services industry. This coming from Bill Winters, Group Chief Executive at Standard Chartered. We firmly believe that digital assets are not merely a passing trend, but a fundamental shift in the fabric of finance. With this new service, we have strategically positioned ourselves at the forefront of this next evolution in custody business. Our robust infrastructure, coupled with our expertise in the field, allows us to provide a bridge between the world of financial services and the emerging digital asset ecosystem. And so, this is what these companies realize they need. They need that bridge. They need somehow to feel like, okay, there's the old system and we have the new system over here, but how do we bridge the two? And, crypto custody, I guess, is a logical first step. In a lot of these cases, they're going to need a lot more infrastructure, a lot more back-end technology. However, I guess baby steps, right? One step at a time. Brevin Howard Digital, the crypto division of Brevin Howard investment management platform specializing in global macro and digital assets, has been named the first client. Here's another quote, guys. After a period of intense work and collaboration with regulators both regionally and globally, we are thrilled to welcome Brevin Howard Digital as our first client. Our offering goes beyond simple wallet services, so you guys can see they're already expanding here. It is a comprehensive solution that addresses the unique challenges of digital asset custody from a regulatory, risk, and prudential point of view. So custody and cryptocurrency always been that pain point that these guys have to get right. And it is great to see that not just Standard Chartered, SBI Holdings, but also apparently Zodiac Custody. Yeah, Zodiac Custody is also part of Ripple-owned Medico's global crypto storage network. So there's a Medico connection in there too. Wanted to thank Sento Sumo Saba for posting that. I mean, it's a bit of a race to the finish line, it seems, in a lot of these cases. A lot of these companies are, they're scratching their head, the institutional guys and the governments, they're scratching their head. How do we integrate cryptocurrency? Meanwhile, the developers are working tirelessly to update different blockchains, including the XRP ledger, guys. This one coming from XRP Crypto Wolf. Major XRP ledger amendments are about to go live. So there was another amendment made with this fix code, the fix AMM version 1_1. That will go live on the XRPL later this month. In a post on X, the XRPL Scan Explorer informed community members of the development. The amendment for the XRPL context implies a proposal to change the existing code or protocol governing a specific function on the ledger. So apparently it is to fix bugs that have currently been found in the AMM. However, for the amendment to happen, validators must reach consensus. Of course, they need 29 out of 35 to vote. But if this scales through, the XRP community will expect a new update or fix to the automated market maker feature. When implemented, it will allow for decentralized trading directly on the XRP ledger. So we could see some decentralized trading occur on the XRP. I mean, we're already seeing it now, but for this, I guess it is an improvement on that. This aim is to provide more liquidity and efficiency for traders on the blockchain. And guys, this has always been the name of the game: liquidity, building liquidity, keeping XRP liquid, considering it is the native currency of the XRP ledger too. This has always been, a very sticky point for Ripple specifically, but also just generally for cryptocurrency adoption. You do need liquid cryptocurrencies, and I think this is partially why Tether does so well abroad, even though it's not regulated in the West and it does have a bad name in the Western world. Crypto Eddie has publicly gone on the record saying, people in the West, in the United States or wherever, they talk negatively about Tether, but Tether, guys, they have prominence, they have market share in Eastern nations, in Russia, in much of the in Asia and much of the Middle East too. So Tether is being utilized at scale right now, and it is because it is very, very liquid. So it is going to be interesting to see, because with these Western regulations, and I mean, I'm talking about the stablecoin regulations, I guess specifically, they have to be very, very careful not to regulate too hard, because they will still need to be able to there still is a need to source liquidity from somewhere. So if something is heavily regulated, that just means that less people will be using it. So how do you propel the liquidity, right? And this is why the XRP lawsuit was so important for Ripple, right? If the SEC was going to tamp it down and regulate it into oblivion, well, less people would be using it, and therefore less liquidity for the XRP cryptocurrency. Luckily for us, we are seeing that now XRP is no longer there's no longer even a question that it is going to be considered a security in the United States. So that's positive news. Regardless, wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that, guys. I also happen to see this from Mr. Big Time on Twitter. Another Ripple partner, Deutsche Bank, sees opportunity in unlocking embedded finance. So we're seeing more major banks, guys. In this case, Ripple partner Deutsche Bank. Businesses see integrated, personalized payments and lending connected directly to their digital platforms. Consumers see new payment options added to their digital experiences. Non-bank financial institutions can offer new services within existing products. And banks see an opportunity to bring BaaS, or banking as a service, and that model both to businesses and consumers. So if there's any element of that equation that could use sharper focus, it is banks. So this is a bit of an analysis here, discussing how these banks want to use this tech. Bank fintech arrangements can provide benefits. However, supervisory experience has highlighted a range of potential risks in these fintech arrangements, as per the request from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So those are all American entities. The document requests information about effective risk management practices regarding bank fintech arrangements and the implications of such arrangements, including whether enhancements to existing supervisory guidance may be helpful in addressing risks associated with these arrangements. So again, just kind of a bit of a report here, not too much though in terms of substance, just kind of asking some more questions about this. But I guess the thing we can take away from this is that, banks, big Ripple partnered banks, are seeing these opportunities. I mean, Deutsche Bank has been a Ripple partner for quite a while now. So unlocking these opportunities, allowing for more innovation to come through into the banking sector, that has been the major pain point for a very long time. Banking partnerships are all about trust. As quoted down here, we are already enjoying customers' trust, and we have been with them for a multitude of years. We understand their pain points. We are used to them, and they're used to us. If you're looking at banking as such, it's in the middle. Every business uses banking. It's the center of everything. And guys, that is what is key. Considering everybody uses banks right now, and I mean, it's a controversial opinion, but some are saying that banking is going to take a big shift, considering we can now pretty much send payments over our phone. We can do a lot of our banking ourselves on a computer or on our cell phone or whatever. And so how fundamentally is this sector going to change? I think the bankers, of the world want to maintain relevance. And so this is why now they're furiously updating. Of course, on top of that, there's the ISO 20022 standard now that they all have to implement, so on and so forth. So this is interesting. The pain points of banking have definitely been apparent. And as we're seeing dollar dominance recede, I thought it would only be appropriate to bring this clip to you guys next from Black Swan Capitalist Verson. Former Goldman Sachs executive says central banks are dragging the dollar just long enough to bring in this new financial system. Now, guys, if you do not know who this is Catherine Austin Fitts. Here's what she says about dollar dominance. Listen to this.
For many decades, the dollar has been the reserve currency. And the system is what I would describe as long in the tooth. And the central bankers are trying to bring in a new system, but it's not ready to go yet. And we're in a period of great change and uncertainty, where the central bankers are trying to keep the dollar system going and accelerate. So they're trying to lengthen the dollar system, and then they're trying to accelerate bringing in the new system. So I describe the new system as the end of currencies. So we're not bringing in a new currency. We're essentially bringing in a new transaction system that will be all digital and essentially end currencies as we know them. So What they're trying to do involves essentially all the money on the planet. So it's big, it's complicated, it's messy.
All the money on the planet, guys. Did you hear what she said there? That would include tokenizing anything of value, okay? So tokenizing real estate. And I mean, we're moving away from money and the concept of traditional money and moving into everything of value. So, if you want to sell a slice of your real estate to somebody, let's say you have a 6-block apartment building and you want to slice that up into 6, you can say, okay, a sixth of this, I want to put this on the blockchain and I will sell one apartment and the transaction can go on the blockchain. Even if you own the building, you can now fractionalize that. So this is this whole concept. So even money will be an antiquated idea if this potential future does materialize. Now, guys, this brings me back to an older video I did back a couple of years ago with Catherine Austin Fitts describing the plan that central bankers have for XRP integrated control. Listen to this.
Then I came across this. Okay, this was April 6th, 2020. I came across this. Is the US Navy paying a company to develop a chip that can integrate with Ripple? Let me play you guys this clip.
And guys, I was scouring Twitter and saw this. So Ripple compatible chip development sponsored by the US Navy. Yes, the US Navy. Are they developing a chip that can be implanted into humans that will allow people to pay via Ripple integrated DLT? Well, I gotta hand it to Kevin Cage because he was the first one to break this out. So Kevin Cage here with this video from Catherine Austin Fitts. She's an investment advisor and former assistant secretary of housing back in the Bush 41 years, according to Stuart XRP. So thanks so much to Stuart for retweeting Kevin Cage's post here. And it is remarkable. Now, let's get back to this idea for a second here. Catherine Austin Fitts speaks about the Danish tech firm, and without sharing its name, says that a year ago she accessed data regarding the US Navy, paying that firm to create an implantable microchip compatible with Ripple. That's right, guys. She mentions Ripple, not XRP, but Ripple by name. In that video, Catherine Austin Fitts does not share any specific details and does not say whether this story has had any development. She did say, though, that she had extensive experience in doing business in Denmark, so the information from her can be trusted. I think this video was from here. I recently went to this website here, the Solari Report by Catherine Austin Fitts, and I believe it was taken from this USA Watchdog interview from back in February. I believe that's where it was from. If not, there are a few videos here with Catherine Austin Fitts being interviewed. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. I just recently went back to that Solari Report webpage, and I found that when clicking this link here, it leads me to this, video now unavailable. And it's because the YouTube account associated with this video had been terminated. I don't know when that happened. Unfortunately, I do not have a copy of that video to show you guys, but it does look like this. Maybe we can find it. If you guys do find it, please do tag me on Twitter. I'd love to see this clip again. Essentially, though, I describe what is going on. The US Navy paying a Danish company that can integrate with Ripple, and essentially what that means is pay via XRP. And again, this was April 2020, so kind of right at the beginning. I didn't see, maybe I was a little naive at that time. I did not see the writing was on the wall. So this video that I did a couple of years ago, jam-packed with information. I'm going to stop it there because I wanted to stick with this topic here, okay? The biometrics connection with the US Navy, integrating with RippleNet technology. This is something that Catherine Austin Fitts discovered. Fast forward to today. And I mean, these have been, ideas that she's had for a while now. We know the system is on the verge of collapse, but I did want to get back to that technology because I also happened to see this, guys, from Mr. Man. Tencent Cloud launches palm vein biometrics for contactless payments. Things that make you go, this just came out a couple of days ago. During the Tencent Global Digital Ecosystem Summit, Tencent Cloud unveiled a palm verification system that utilizes infrared cameras to capture and analyze unique palm vein patterns and prints. It can be integrated into various applications such as contactless payments and access management. Now, I do have to bring this up, guys, because this is relevant. From April 2018, Tencent, the $500 billion Chinese tech firm, is ready to invest on Ripple technology. Boom goes the dynamite. So could there be some kind of an integration here? I know we did hear about this already several years ago from a Danish fintech firm. Maybe this is one of those NDAs that, where we just don't know enough information. Could Ripple be dabbling in biometrics as per Catherine Austin Fitts? And even scarier than that, could this technology be licensed out to the Chinese? through Tencent, through this Ripple connection. I don't know. It's all sounding very, very interesting. What I do know, and I wanted to bring this up again from Black Swan Capitalist here. I noticed when Catherine Austin Fitz was speaking here, he did bring up this slide. The documents show that Ripple has entered over 1,700 contacts with financial firms. So we do know for a fact that there are many NDAs still yet to be disclosed. That just, in my mind, adds to more utility for XRP down the road. Hey, Chinese biometric payments could certainly be one of those things, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.